Welcome back. This is a gang story, not too bad, just interesting what goes on around here. I worked a gang car we wore suits and ties, and it was three of us. One guy was always off, and the two others worked, and they just rotated, okay? And we were pretty hard, we were the prelude to gang units. We were the first ones in the city to actually be a gang car committed just to gang members. So we would go out there, we had a mission. We would identify as many as we could, get them in files, get their pictures, because they were committing a lot of the crimes. They were committing like a third of the crimes. And so we did. And obviously we were arresting a lot of people. Every night, we're arresting 2 or 3 every night. And so a lot of them were in the government housing areas, because that's where the gang members unfortunately congregate. And we get out on foot, we didn't have radios, we just took our baton, our gun, walked in at night, and just jacked these guys up. Get them for guns, get them for dope, whatever we can get them for. And put them in jail. Well, three of us got a pretty good reputation, because they all knew us. And when they see us pulling up in that plain car, they knew who we were. They either stopped and went like this, or they ran. And a lot of them knew if they ran, we're going to catch them. Or we knew who they were, we'll get them tomorrow. See, that's what's nice about having gang officers. They know everybody. So you can just say, oh, I got away from a cop, no big deal. No, he knows where you live. It was one of those other realcopstoryvideos.com, one guy got away from us in handcuffs. I went to his house, in front of his family, threatened them, sorry about that, gave him an hour and left. And they went, whoa, this guy knows us, he knows my house, knows my mom, and sure enough, the kid showed up in about 40 minutes with the handcuffs. Here you go, officer. I'm sorry I did that. Okay, so anyway, that happens. Okay, so we saw a couple of walls that had graffiti on them, and they had our names on the wall. They wrote kill, one wall said kill my partner's last name. Another wall down another spot of the area had kill my other partner's name. And another wall had kill me, okay? So that's interesting. Okay, so we thought, well, we reported to our supervisors. And I'm not even sure I told my wife this one. And she's got a look on her face. And these stories are coming out. I have a whole stack of archives, and I'm pulling these ones out, okay? Anyway, so one day we're in the office, and it said, this is about a couple days after we reported to our supervisors. And we come into the office, and there's 2 guys in suits. Okay, now from past stories, I'll tell you, guys in suits is usually internal affairs. They're going to come interview you for something that you did, or your friend did, or your partner did. No, they were from robbery homicide. Okay, these are big boys. These are the boys that handle, like OJ trial and some of the bigger high priority things. They have a bunch of them up there, not just a couple. They probably have 30 guys that do that. And these guys are from that building. And we're like, whoa. And our supervisor, yeah, this is so-and-so robbery homicide. And we thought maybe they had a suspect they wanted us to capture. Because a lot of times we'd get calls from detectives that say, can you find this guy? Oh, yeah. Any gang member. We knew who he was, knew where he lived, knew where he hung out. Within a day, we'd have him. We'd sneak in the parks. He's over there with his buddies. We'd jump him, and he'd go, how'd you? That's what gang officers do. Okay. That's what we thought it was. So we all sat down. He goes, we got a call down in our offices, independent from what you reported to your supervisor, that there's a bounty on you guys, on all 3 of you. I'm like, oh, we're young policemen. We all have maybe 4 years on. A bounty? He goes, yeah. So we're concerned about that. We'll notify you. We have to notify you. Notified the chief of police. It doesn't happen very often. We got an informant that says, they're out. They're going to shoot you or something if you go into those projects and blah, blah. Okay, fine. So we're going, okay. And so one of my other partner goes, well, what's the bounty? And they look and they go, $50. And we even laughed then. Okay, I'm sorry, but we're talking about our lives here. What? He goes, yeah, whoever, $50 each one of you. So, whoever gets shot first, Oh, okay. So I want you guys to be concerned, where we worked at, unfortunately, didn't have a police parking lot for our own cars. We had to park on the streets. Okay, and some of the crooks knew that. And so you have to be very careful when you go to your car and your surroundings, even in the vein of the car bombings back in those days. They had a group that was putting bombs under police cars, and we would actually walk up and look under our car before we got in it, took off, or check the gas tank, make sure it wasn't messed with. A lot of stuff like that most people don't know we had to do. All of us had to do that because we were not parking a police lot. Later on, they bought a whole section, secure lock. You go in there and you have a security guard, but not then. This is mid-70s. Okay, fine. So that night, we all of us, we knew the guy. There's a room called the kit room, and that holds all the shotguns and the ammo and gas tanks and gas masks and all that stuff. Well, police issued equipment is not supposed to be given out unless you're on duty. Well, we knew the guy in that room, And we took him in a room, in the coffee room, and told him what is happening. And we said, look, we, all three of us, would like to check out shotguns to take home with us. And he goes, okay, don't tell anybody. Okay, so we all carried workout bags. We get the shotguns, load them up, stick them in the workout bag, and walk to our cars. And we all, you know, when I'm talking to the two guys, we all had an agreement that, you know, you better make that first shot count, because we're coming out with shotguns. So first night we all went home, and then next night we came to work, of course. And so now we're going to find out who put the bounty on us. We have informants also. So we started looking around. We started stopping people, talking to them. Not proud of this, but I'm looking out for myself and my partners. We'd see somebody we thought would know what was going on with the gang that was involved. He'd be walking down in a housing project. We'd walk around in the alcove, wait for me. He walks by and we just grab his shirt and pull him into the alcove. And he's like, huh. First he thought we were gang members. And then he knows. And then he looked at us and said, oh. And we tell him, somebody's trying to kill us. And we know you know. So if one of us gets killed, we're coming after you. He goes, well, I don't know nothing. Yeah, right. We'll see about that. Get out of here. You know, not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to, you know, intimidate. But in this case, we are doing strength with strength. Gang members, all they know is strength. They're in charge. They're the wolves, and we're all sheep. Well, not necessarily. The three of us were all Latinos. These are Latinos. They know we're on the same wavelength. I told you, they see us and they put their hands up and they run. They knew that we meant business. That's why got a bounty on us, for crying out loud. So after a couple of stops, they told us who it was. We know who it was. We know where he lives. So we walk around the projects at night, waiting. Then we see him walking down the projects. So we thought he might have a gun, since he was supposed to be trying to kill us, okay, from the informant. That was our reason for stopping him. Okay? You have to have a reason normally to stop people. You can't just randomly pick somebody out of the crowd. And it was a good reason. We knew from informants that we had a bounty. We knew from informants that this guy was the one that put out the bounty was going to kill us. So you figure your own, you know, opinion on that. So again, he's walking by a little alcove, and as soon as he walks by, this time we grabbed him for an enforcement. We thought he might have a gun. So we just went out and grabbed him, pulled him in, didn't say anything. That's our little, we like to do that. It's my cop video stories, realcopstoriesvideos.com. We didn't say cops real quick, you know. And sometimes we'd grab these people and they thought we were the rival gang. And we pull them into the alcove, we cuff them, because this is official investigation now. Search him, no gun. And he's looking at us, and I go, he goes, how's it going? He goes, he's looking at us. He goes, we know what you did. I said, we know your family, we know where you live. If something happens to any one of us, we're coming after you. We'll book your whole family. They know what's going on here. We don't know if they know. This is just a game of bluff, okay? So we'll book everybody. You got a little sister, right? We know him. We know it. We looked up his history. We know he's got like a 9-year-old sister. We'll put her in juvenile hall. Book your whole family. All right? Okay. You decide what you want to do. You gonna take me in? No. We just had to have a little talk. Okay, man. I'm really sorry. Now he's telling us that he did it and he's sorry. He was mad because one of our other three of us got him for a beer or something. He was like 19. He didn't like that. And I said, man, it's the way it goes, man. You know, we kind of threatened him, and then we kind of consoled him and said, look, man to man, don't be doing this, man. You know, you're gonna cause a lot of trouble, and you might get killed. You know. And again, I told you these stories. We told him, you may get that first shot out. We're gonna blow you away. So you better make it count. No, I don't want to do that. No, I was just mad. You know how it is. You know how it is. Yeah, I know how it is. Okay. So we took the handcuffs off, and off he went. So we thought, okay, maybe he took care of that. I don't know. So we told the other third, because he was off, what we did, we called him, you know, and he says, whoa, that's good. I said, yeah, so we'll see what happens. But we're still on guard. And then isn't how weird, about a couple days later, the robbery homicide called my supervisor and said that the informant called and said that the bond had been called off and that everything's fine. And that was weird. And so for like 4 or 5 days, we all carried shotguns back and forth from our work, and we're supposed to. And that really guy, the kid, a really nice guy, worked with him a couple times. He took care of us. We didn't have to. He could have done the company line. I can't give you weapons, unauthorized weapon, which is fine. I mean, we're always careful anyway when we go out to our cars. We have our own guns, but I thought it'd be more interesting to have a shotgun, do a little firepower if somebody confronts you. But anyway, interesting. We did a couple things that might not have been ethical, but I'm alive today. Did something right. So are my partners, so I don't have any regret about that at all. Again, inner workings of what happens in some police departments you'll never know anywhere else but from me. Okay, hope you enjoyed this. See you later. Bye-bye.